What is going on, boys? I am Twin Lads pickzz here, and today is our third and final video of the day. I'm going to be giving you guys my three best NBA player props for today's slate. We got the Grizzlies versus the Warriors, and we got the Bucks and the Celtics. But before we get into today's, we got to go back to last night's, and we were 0-3. Very unfortunate, very, very unlucky. I mean, the PRAs for Jimmy Butler just never came. He was building a brick house. Actually, every single player that I had last night was building a brick house. Jalen Brunson got into foul trouble. So let me just quickly go in order. First play I had was Maxey over 21.5. He had 16 in the third quarter, and then in the fourth, he couldn't even get 6 points. He shot 6 of 15. At one point, Philly was up in the game, but then as soon as the second half came, sound familiar, Philly? Miami just blew the gates wide open, and they just took over in the second half. If anything, Tyler Hero was the one that took over. He had 25 points in 29 minutes, just absolutely torched Philly. And I thought it would be Jimmy Butler, but it wasn't. I think he only got about 25 PRAs. So off game from Jimmy. I had him at over 37.5 PRA. Didn't even come close to that. And then Jalen Brunson, like I mentioned, over 19.5 points. He didn't come close. He was in foul trouble early on. And then in the second half, he actually did end up going ballistic in terms of field goal attempts, but just couldn't make them. So very unfortunate 0-3 night. I believe now we're 6-14. It doesn't look nice, but you know what? Let's just keep our heads held high and let's keep rolling. So tonight, the first pick that I have, he actually cashed last time we did this, was Morant over 17.5 rebounds plus assists, and actually plus money, plus 102. He's covered this line in the last 5 games. One of the most active players on the floor. If he's not getting it in the bucket, he's getting everything else done. He's getting the rebounds. He's getting the assists. He basically is the shot creator, and he creates almost every single play. I think every play is basically around him for the majority of the game. Morant is a pretty decent matchup, too, against Steph Curry. Steph Curry is not the greatest defensive guard. We all know that. And Morant could easily exploit that. So I have him tonight getting about 10 rebounds, getting about 9 to 10 assists. I mean, triple-double is not out of the question for Morant. He is that aggressive. He is that motivated to get the win, and especially tonight in a must-win game at home. I got Morant getting over 17.5 rebounds plus assists at plus 102 odds. My second pick of the day is a PRA line, and it's going to the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, at over 49.5 PRAs at minus 104 odds. Minus 113 odds. I just think that last night, or the other game, he almost hit this line at only 24 points. He got the triple-double. He is just so aggressive, and again, I think tonight he's going to dominate the glass. Brook Lopez is not going to get 10 rebounds. I think this is where Giannis, he's going to realize how important each and every game is down the stretch and for his legacy too. I think Jason Tatum has something to say tonight, but I think Giannis is just the glass eater. I think he's going to get about 15 boards. He could easily get 10 assists as well. He had 17 assist chances last game, the most on Milwaukee. Jrue Holiday is a sneaky pick here tonight, but I think I'm going to go with the safe bet here. I'm going to go with Giannis Antetokounmpo over 49.5 PRA. And another reason why I think it's a safe bet is just how many shots he was taking. He took 25 shots, only made 9 of 25. That is a bad shooting night for him. And he usually bounces back. He usually goes in the gym and he usually works on his stuff. He is really, really committed like that. So I think Giannis is going to have an absolutely monster game tonight. Let's go with Giannis tonight, the former back-to-back MVP, over 49.5 PRAs at minus 113 odds. And the final play that I have today is Steph the Chef over 27.5 points at minus 104 odds. The reason he didn't go over this last game was because of Draymond Green getting ejected. I mean, you could say what you want about Draymond Green, how he's not the greatest offensive player, but when Draymond Green is on the floor, Steph Curry is a different monster. There's a lot less pressure on him, especially at certain areas on the court, maybe in the paint, maybe in the mid-range. Draymond Green does have the ball a little more in his hands, and Steph Curry, as we all know, sometimes he's a better player when the ball isn't in his hands. And, you know, you could call him the two guard, you can call him one of the best point guards of all time. He's going to fill the bucket almost every single night he can. And tonight is a big game for the Golden State Warriors as they try to go up 2-0. He's averaging 29.6 in his last 5. He's averaging 20 field goal attempts in his last 5, and he's averaging about 8 free throw attempts in his last 5. So again, like I mentioned, as the games get more important, the minutes will also increase for Steph Curry. He's averaged, I think, about 36 minutes. I think I expect about 39 minutes tonight. And he's just one of the best scorers out there. And another stat that really does favor this bet is he's averaging 33.4 this season against the Memphis Grizzlies. So my final play of the day is Steph the Chef Curry over 27.5 points at minus 104 odds. So let's get into it, guys. Recapping today's picks really quick. We got John Morant over 17.5 rebounds and assists at plus 102. We got Giannis over 49.5 PRAs at minus 113 odds. And we got Steph the Chef Curry over 27.5 points at minus 104 odds. Let's keep it going today, guys. Let's try and go 3-0. Let's keep our heads held high and let's cash these picks. Twin Lads signing out.